Welcome to Practice with Problem Solving. Now, this worksheet is one of the more exciting, challenging, puzzling worksheets because not only do you get to practice your problem solving skills, you're forced to do it in such a way that we're really working with things that are completely different than the measurements here on Earth. And so let's take a quick look through this worksheet and see if we can clarify a few things. Problem number 1. There's what we're looking at. Starting with the information we know. Where is my highlighter? How come I'm not marking here? There we go. 22.5 meeks. We converted that to inches using our unit multiplier from the table up here. 5 inches is equal to a meek. And then, of course, the unit multiplier that we're all familiar with. 1 foot is 12 inches. Multiply everything on the top, divide by everything on the bottom. 3 sig figs in our answer. So, oops. Get back here. 3 sig figs in our answer. So we round to 9.38 feet. Number 2. Of course, pause this if you need to take a little longer look at number 2. We come up with 21 problems. And the key to this is realizing that we're starting with one problem every 58 clucks, and we want to see the total number of problems that we can do in 40 minutes. And there's 1 is an exact number. 58 is a sig fig. It's a little difficult to know really if we're looking at 1 or 2 sig figs in this problem, but we're going to go with 21 problems. Question number 3. There are only 2 sig figs in 4,500 meeks per cluck. So once we've done the conversions and we've converted meeks to clucks, and we've let me come back to that. Let's see. We've converted meeks to meters and clucks to seconds. We round it to 290 meters per second. Question number 4. There are only 2 sig figs in this estimate of 75,000 woogies. So when we convert that to newtons, we come up with 1.9 times 10 to the 5 newtons, or 190,000 newtons. Moving on to number 5. There are only 2 sig figs in these 2 numbers that we have here to start with in number 5. So if you look through all the units that we're canceling here, we cancel this unit. The glubs cancel. We say that there's 1.5 ounces of gold is the same as 1 glub. And so $451.75 per 1 ounce of gold. I don't know how old this problem was, but gold's worth a lot more than that now, but we're rounding that to $1,500. That's how much 2.2 glubs of palladium is worth in US dollars in 19 something or other. Old problem. Anyhow, number 6, there's only 1 sig fig here in the acceleration of gravity. It's kind of an estimate. It's actually a little less than that, probably. So we're only going to put 1 sig fig in our answer. Now for this, we have a lot of units we have to cancel. And what I really like about this problem is the units come out in meeks per cluck. Yeah, meeks per cluck squared. Look over those units carefully. Pause this if you need to look over the problem. Do notice here that we're just saying that the gravity on Stylus is 1/5 that of Earth, and so that's why this 1/5 over here at the very beginning, and that the gravity on Earth is 10 meters per second. We've converted meters to meeks and seconds squared to clucks squared. 60 meeks per cluck. Moving on then to number 7. Look that over. We only have 2 sig figs in our estimate of the diameter of the planet. So we're only going to put 2 sig figs in our answer. 3.2 times 10 to the 10 meeks. Number 8. Number 8, I think we have the most conversion factors we have to crowd in any of the problems on this worksheet. Because we had to change 1.25 years, we had to change that time into seconds. And it took us until right here at this point to change that to seconds. Then we had to change clucks to this new unit of clues, and that took several unit multipliers as well. And so we're going to round this to 3 sig figs, and we're going to have 1,970 clues. Moving on to number 9. In number 9, there's actually multiple problems we have to kind of separate out. So in number 9, we're starting here. Some of this highlighting that's here in yellow is indicating that we have 2 sig figs in these beginning measurements. And then we're going to take those beginning measurements. One of those, by the way, comes from problem number 7. The diameter of this planet comes from up in problem number 7. And we have this relationship that we're told about. Circumference equals diameter times pi. So we're going to substitute in to that equation. We're going to substitute in pi, 3.14. We're going to substitute in the diameter, 3.2 times 10 to the 10 meeks. Now notice, you shouldn't round this answer at this point. Do not round until you get to the very end of the problem. So we're going to use this 1.004 times 10 to the 11 meeks, and we're going to substitute that in down here in a little bit later down here. Here's our 1.004 times 10 to the 11 meeks. And here we're going to use the unit conversion. That's right. Where is it here? Yeah, there it is. How fast we can travel. This is our speed, is 150,000 meeks per cluck. Well, that also means that 1 cluck is how long it takes us to go 150,000 meeks. So our units cancel if we put it in this configuration. So we come out with 6.7 times 10 to the 5 clucks. So pause and look that over if you have questions on it. That's number 9. Number 10, though, I have to tell you that here on number 10, you need to talk to your local physics teacher to really understand this one. We've made some real jumps in units, and the units are important, incredibly important, but there are also some strange things here. For instance, we had to compare the gravity on Stylus with the gravity on Earth. Well, the gravity on Stylus is actually incorporated into this 25 newtons per woogie, because that is on Stylus. Now, I've changed the unit for Newton to its base units. So this whole conglomeration of units here, kilogram times meters divided by seconds squared, that is a Newton. Now, it did tell us that on Stylus, gravity is a little bit different than it is on Earth. Gravity is only 10 meters per second squared. So you'll notice that the meters per second squared here in the gravity on Earth cancels the meters per second squared here in our newtons. and the kilograms from up here cancel the kilograms from down here. And so our unit comes out in pounds. So this is about 600 pounds. We only had one sig fig back up here in our 100 woogies that we started with. So our answer is going to come out about 600 pounds. Woo!